Parts of the U.S. or central U.S. are getting slammed with snow, ice, and wind. Some weather experts saying this could end up being the heaviest snowfall in a decade for some of these areas. In Indiana, the National Guard has been activated while blizzard conditions are being reported in Kansas and Missouri. And Missouri is where we find meteorologist Chris Higgins. Chris joining us live with a look at weather conditions in the suburbs of St. Louis. Chris, before we get started, I want to say thank you for joining us here on NewsNation Prime. I can hear you breathing. I can also see your breath, and I think you have a shovel in your hand. How you doing tonight, man?
I am cold. We've been up and at it all day long. We started covering this storm in the pre-dawn hours this morning here in St. Louis. It's a storm that started all the way out in Kansas and has made its way down I-70 through St. Louis and heading on east. As you said, you know, a lot of folks have been out trying to shovel, and it is a heavy, heavy snow. It's made up actually not just of snow, but snow and sleet and freezing rain. And on top of it all, to make it even worse, we had lightning and thunder and blizzard conditions at the height of it all. Take a look at the video from Kansas City out in the western part of the state. Some of the heaviest snow they have seen in years out there. Whiteout conditions, 40-plus mile-per-hour winds. Snowfall totals in excess of 6 inches, in some cases approaching 12 inches. And the storm kept rolling right down Interstate 70, a true I-70 storm, walloping everything along the way from Kansas City through Columbia and right here into the metro St. Louis area. Fortunately, the time of day and the weekend has saved us from a lot bigger impacts. Yes, it's the last big travel day of the holiday season, but had this been a major commute day, a Monday or Tuesday or any day during the week, the problems we had in St. Louis today with 4 to 8 inches of snow would have been compounded with all the traffic. As it was somewhat of a ghost town today across the St. Louis area. A lot of folks heeded the warnings. They saw it coming. They heard us talking about it. They stayed home, and they're doing what I'm doing, shoveling to try and stay ahead of the next wave of snow. We're actually expecting 2 to 4 more inches of snow by the time the storm wraps up later tonight. You mentioned the blizzard conditions out west. Those winds are going to be blowing through and blowing into parts of southeastern Missouri where it was an ice storm today. There are parts of southeast Missouri where there are as many as 20,000 people without power right now as a result of downed trees and power lines that were caked with up to a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of solid glaze ice because of freezing rain and sleet. But back out here in St. Louis, the second and hopefully the last wave of snow with this system's coming through right now. Again, 2 to 4 inches expected here. I-70 traffic all the way from Kansas City, all the way through Indianapolis and beyond towards the East Coast. A nightmare, not just now, but tonight and well into tomorrow and probably well into the week ahead.
Yeah, not a great way to start the week. Hey, Chris, quick question. Where are you reporting live from right now? Like, where are you at? Is that like your back porch? I'm trying to figure that out.
This is my deck. Yeah, I was on the. I covered the morning shift on the Fox 2 side here in St. Louis, the KTVI side, and I went home and I had to shovel the deck because the dog, you know, the dogs need to go do what dogs do, and so she wasn't going out unless I cleared the path. So yeah, we're multitasking. That's what we do these days. Everybody has to multitask. We'll get through it. Try and put a good smile on it. And do what you have to do.
Hey, Chris Higgins, one last question. I'm going to let you go, man. I'm sorry. I got dog's name. Always got to ask the dog's name.
Rosie.
Rosie. All right.
I'm surprised she hasn't run out. I think she's had enough.
Well, Chris, thank you so much. Thank Rosie as well. We appreciate your time, sir.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.